Inyobong came running out too, shouting, "She tried to stab me." Ikoet followed, holding a broken mirror shard in her hand, her eyes wide and wild. Chief Okon fell to his knees. "My daughters, you will destroy this home." The next morning, a strange mark appeared on the front door of the compound, 3 red dots in a triangle. No one could explain it. No one dared to touch it. And the black stone. It had begun to crack. The strange red mark on the palace door refused to fade. Day after day, it grew darker, like it was feeding on the tension in the house. Chief Okon was no longer the strong, proud man the village knew. His eyes were always tired, his voice faint like a whisper carried by the wind. And the sisters? Their hatred only deepened. They no longer fought in secret. They insulted each other in the open. At the stream, in the market, even at the village square during meetings. Children started calling them Equim Enti Afong Fire and Fire. But the black stone told its own story. Each day, a new crack appeared. Until one night, under a full moon, the stone shattered into pieces with a loud pop. No one touched it. No one saw it fall. But the noise echoed through the compound like thunder. That same night, the village seer, Edora, returned. She stood in the compound, her red cloth still tied over her eyes, her staff beating the ground 3 times. "It is time," she said. Chief Okon gathered his daughters again under the mango tree. Villagers came too, uninvited, curious. The air was heavy, the moonlight sharp. Edora raised her head to the sky. "No spirit speaks unless it is called," she said. "But the spirits in this house have been screaming for years." She turned to Ikoet. "Speak." Ikoet opened her mouth, then closed it. Her lips quivered. Her eyes filled with tears. I didn't mean to," she whispered. "I didn't mean for it to happen." Inyobong gasped. "So you remember?" "I never forgot." Ikoet shouted, standing to her feet. "You took what was mine. You always did." Inyobong stepped forward, her eyes blazing. "It was not yours. You were the one who told Mama I pushed her." Suddenly, the truth spilled out like a broken calabash. Years ago, when Ikoet was 10 and Inyobong was 8, something terrible had happened. Their mother, Mama Ike, had just given birth to a baby boy. For the first time, their father smiled more. He sang. He danced. He called the boy my heir. One afternoon, while Mama Ike was bathing the baby in the backyard, Ikoet and Inyobong began fighting over a necklace. It was simple plastic and blue, but both girls wanted it. Their quarrel grew louder. The baby began to cry. And in one moment of anger, Ikoet shoved Inyobong hard. Inyobong fell backward, knocking into the basin where Mama Ike had left the baby for a second. The baby slipped, hit his head, and fell silent. By the time Mama Ike returned, the boy was gone. No one could explain what had happened. Ikoet, out of fear, told her mother, Inyobong did it. From that day, Mama Ike never looked at Inyobong the same. She stopped plaiting her hair, stopped singing to her at night. Even Chief Okon began to treat her with coldness, not knowing why but trusting his elder daughter's words. Inyobong never spoke up. She thought if she stayed quiet, maybe things would go back to normal. But they never did. From that day, the hatred was born. And it grew. And it burned. Like a wound covered with lace. Now, under the moonlight, the truth was finally out. Chief Okon sank to the ground. He stared at his daughters, broken. So all these years because of one lie. Ikoet was crying now. I was just a child. I didn't know she would carry it forever. Inyobong turned her face, tears on her cheeks. I carried it because no one believed me. Because I lost everything. Silence fell. Even the wind stood still. Then Edora raised her staff and struck the ground once. The ancestors have heard. The earth has opened. Now healing can begin. That night, the mark on the door disappeared. The shadows in the house lifted. For the first time in years, Ikohet and Inyobong sat under the same roof without saying a word, but this time, it was not war. It was pain. And the beginning of peace. It would take time. Wounds do not heal in one night. But in the heart of Iket Edet, something had changed. The bitter sisters were no longer bitter. They were simply sisters.